The India-UK trade deal is now officially in effect. From today, nearly 99% of Indian exports can enter the UK duty-free, while a range of British products from Scotch whisky to luxury cars are set to become cheaper in India. But the biggest win isn't what Indians will buy. It's what India can now sell. Here's the report.
From Wednesday, one of India's biggest trade deals has officially come into force. The India-UK Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement is now operational, opening Britain's market wider than ever before for Indian businesses. For the first time, nearly 99% of Indian exports can enter the UK duty-free. For Indian businesses, it's a chance to sell more, earn more, and compete better in one of the world's biggest consumer markets. Prime Minister Narendra Modi called it a significant milestone in the India-UK partnership, saying the agreement will create fresh opportunities for farmers, entrepreneurs, and micro, small and medium enterprises or MSMEs. He also said it would deepen cooperation in technology, innovation, professional services, and improve mobility for skilled Indian professionals through the accompanying Social Security Agreement.
Success for us, I think, will ultimately be measured by more businesses trading, investing and creating jobs.
Trade agreement is just not harbinger of good trade, because when you do trade agreement, you give a lot of tariff predictability, lot of regulation predictability. So we believe trade agreements will definitely lead to and translate into more investments on both sides, and those investments will not only create more supply chains between the two countries, but also maybe add to the global supply chains and create more pathways for Indian businesses to go to different parts of the world also.
But what changes for Indian consumers? The biggest difference will be at the premium end of the market. Imported British products, from Scotch whisky and luxury cars to chocolates, cosmetics, medical devices and select food products, are all expected to become cheaper, although not overnight. Tariffs on most products will be reduced in phases over the coming years. Take imported British cars. Today they attract import duties of up to 110%. Under the agreement, that duty will gradually fall to 10% over the next decade, under a quota system. That means brands like Rolls-Royce, Aston Martin, Jaguar, McLaren and even the Tata-owned Land Rover, since it's built in the UK, could eventually become significantly more competitive in India. Scotch whisky is another headline winner. Import duty, currently at 150%, will immediately fall to 75%, before reducing further to 40% over the next 10 years. Gin will follow the same schedule, while several other premium spirits, including bourbon, vodka, rum, brandy, tequila and liqueurs, will also see tariffs come down in phases. Economists say the real story isn't cheaper luxury imports, it's India's exporters. The UK is already India's fifth largest export destination, and from today, exporters will enjoy duty-free access to one of the world's largest consumer markets. These labour-intensive sectors employ millions of Indians, and they include textiles and garments, leather and footwear, gems and jewellery, engineering goods, auto components, marine products, processed food, chemicals and pharmaceuticals, and agricultural products. Industry body ASSOCHAM believes the agreement could nearly double bilateral trade to around $120 billion by 2030, making this one of India's biggest export opportunities in recent years. And the gains don't stop with manufacturing. Indian IT companies, consulting firms, engineers, architects, accountants, healthcare professionals, and education service providers are all expected to benefit from easier market access and greater regulatory certainty in the UK. The agreement covers 137 service subsectors, making it one of India's most comprehensive services-focused trade pacts. There's another major benefit for Indian professionals. Under the Double Contribution Convention, Indian professionals temporarily working in the UK will no longer have to make social security contributions in both countries for assignments of up to 5 years. This reduces costs for both employees and employers and improves the competitiveness of Indian companies operating overseas. All in all, don't expect prices to crash overnight. Most of these tariff cuts will happen gradually over the next few years. But it isn't just cheaper Scotch or more affordable luxury cars. It's what this deal could do for India's economy. More exports, more factory orders, more jobs, more investment, and a much bigger market for Indian businesses.